Okay, great.
All right, so we'll start. So whenever you're ready, just becoming comfortable now as you lie down. Just make sure you've got everything that you need. It's a little bit cooler tonight, isn't it? So put your blanket, so gathering your crotch, your water. And then so as you lie down, just bringing your awareness to your breathing, your diaphragmatic breath. And of course, our yogic breathing, it's really the foundation of our practice. So our breath, the diaphragmatic breath, so it slows down our heart rate, it brings down our blood pressure, as well as clearing our minds, relaxing our muscles. So it can really be the single most important thing that we can do to offset everyday stress. And of course, it's a straightforward technique as well, but we don't always remember. So conversely, when we're not breathing fully, our blood pressure goes up, heart rate increases, and our muscles can become tense. And even our thinking can become scattered. So breathing properly is the foundation of yoga. It's the foundation of life itself. And it's the very first thing that we do when we're born. And it's the last thing that we do when we expire. We can live a few weeks without food, but only a few minutes without breathing. So as we join together this evening, just leaving behind these thoughts that don't belong here right now. So sweeping those thoughts behind. And just for now, we can leave behind our past, our future, staying right here in the present moment with the breath. So this is our time to look inwards and really take care of your well-being. And in doing so, we are better able to cope with life's challenges. So those things that life throws our way from time to time. And as you close your eyes, just focusing on your breath, possible breathing through your nose. If that's not possible, breathe in whatever way is comfortable. And just notice how the breath is presenting itself this evening. So just observing without judgment. And then bring your awareness to that space between your nostrils. So just tuning in here, feeling the fullness of the inhale. And that slight coolness as the air enters the nostrils, and then the warmth of the exhale, slightly turning inside, sliding gently into our awareness of the breath, and remaining present to that quiet coming and going of the breath. As soon as you notice that your mind has wandered, just bringing awareness back to your breathing. Softening now all around your belly, all around your abdominal muscles. We can consciously release any tension that we might be holding on to. I'd like to invite you to place your right hand over your abdomen and your left hand over your chest. And just notice where you feel the breath. Of course, when we're breathing diaphragmatically, it's mostly just the right hand moving up and down. The abdomen naturally extending out a bit on the inhale, releasing on the exhale. And the left hand is relatively still. So if you can feel your left hand is moving, then you know that you're chest breathing. So when we're chest breathing, we do take in less oxygen. So around a third to half of the oxygen that we take in if we were breathing diaphragmatically. And it often happens so with chest breathing, maybe if we're in a rush, or sometimes it can go really high up into the upper chest if we're stressed. So just take a little bit of time, again, in a really non-judgmental way, and just notice where you feel the breath. And often it's just a matter of relaxing the abdomen so that you're belly breathing. Think about breathing diaphragmatically, and think about that throughout our class. Breathing through a posture, helping us to release into it. And the deeper we breathe, the more relaxed we feel. The more focused we become. Each inhale, so bringing in fresh prana, the vital life force. Every exhale, releasing toxins, releasing tensions. So being sensitive to the whole body we breathe in, being sensitive to the whole body we breathe out. So no striving, no forcing. So our focus for this evening, so we're going to focus on the mobility of our back. So quite gentle yoga focused on easing discomfort in the back. If you have any discomfort in your back, it will also help if you have no discomfort. So just helping the spine to move more freely. And it's the small controlled movements that release tension in the lower back and the pelvis. And simple sequences can improve mobility through the whole of the spine. So helping to improve our posture and really to reduce those everyday aches and pains that are sometimes presenting themselves. And it can be also ideal for stiffness, following long periods of sitting or standing. With a little bit of a reset. So we'll take some micro movements for the major joints. We'll do a little bit of a jaw release. And obviously some articulation of the spine, all with core awareness. So going to begin, so we'll start just by stretching out through the body. And then we'll begin with a little bit of joint freeing. And easing out your stretches. Just letting go of any tension, letting go of the day. So sighing, yawning, it's all good. And then once you've stretched out a little, just drawing the knees in so we can head the knees in towards the chest. And then just lightly bring your palms over your knees. Let's take the knees around in circles now. Just be aware of your lower back. And as we circle, we can get as much of the lower back onto the floor as possible. Give the lower back a gentle massage, warming that area. Just a little stirring motion. And let's take this circle the other way now. Easing into the lower back area. Really gently. Coming back around, just take the legs loosely to vertical, take the arms loosely to vertical. Nice soft bend through the knees, soft bend through the elbows, and we can come into ankle and wrist rotations now. Easing around the joints, creating a little bit more lubrication. hydration. Yeah, little clicks and cracks, or big clicks and cracks sometimes. And then take those circles the other way. Take a nice big stretch now, stretching out through the legs, stretch out through the arms. We're going to bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Just reach the arms a little bit higher, feel the shoulders away from the mat. And then very slowly, gently, just release the shoulders, release the upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists and hands. So we come back to our semi-supine position. And then from there, just take the feet a little bit wider. You can roll the arms away from the body. We're going to gently take the knees from side to side now to take that windscreen wiper movement. So you're using again into the lower back, into the hips. And really take your time with the breath. So when the movements are fairly simple and we're used to doing them a lot, that's when sometimes it can be a little bit less mindful. And if you're really paying attention to something new or something a little bit more complicated, so just try to maintain that presence even when we're doing things that we've done so many times before. Mindful breath and movement. And this time, so as the knees come back into that upright position, just come back to semi-supine. You can bring the feet back to just about hip width apart now. And then if you extend your right leg long, along the length of your mat, then lift the right leg to vertical at the same time. Stretch the left arm overhead, just as far as you can stretch comfortably. Exhale as you slowly release the lower back down. Just stay with your right leg and your left arm. So you feel that connection between the two sides. Helping with our coordination, balancing two sides of the brain. And this time, so as you release, just allow the arms to relax, allow the legs to relax. And then just gently slide that right heel back to join the left. We'll extend left leg long now. And then as you breathe in, just lifting left leg to vertical at the same time, reach the right arm overhead. As you release the lower. And again, just take your time, mindful movement with the breath. See how it feels. We practice left leg and right arm. Feeling that connection again between the two sides of the body. Breathing out gently. And just relax the arm, relax the leg. Some nice spacious breaths into the belly here. And then from there, so if you draw both knees then, and then we're going to stretch both legs to vertical, and at the same time reach both arms overhead. And then exhale to bend the knees, bring the arms back alongside the body. So you're inhaling, stretch the legs to vertical, reach the arms overhead, exhale, and the knees, arms come back alongside the body. So we just come back to symmetrical movement. And then this time, as the arms come back alongside the body, just bring the soles of the feet back to the floor. We keep the feet to just about hip width apart. And again, just roll the arms away from the body a little on the diagonal. This time, so bring the feet and the legs together and just take a gentle sway with the knees. So you're just going to about halfway. You feel that just the sacral part of the lower back. Do that. Bring that from side to side. We'll come back to our neutral spine position. Come back to semi-supine. And then breathing in, just reach the arms to vertical. Breathing out, going to take the arms overhead again, just as far as you can stretch them. Breathing in, bring the arms back to vertical. Breathing out, reach the arms out at shoulder height. Inhale to bring the arms back to vertical. Exhale, arms come back alongside body. And again, inhale, arms reaching to vertical. Exhale as you stretch the arms overhead. Inhale back to vertical. Exhale, arms back to the sides. Inhale back to vertical. Exhale, just bring the arms alongside the body now. And then from there, just folding the arms, rest the arms onto the body. And then as you breathe out, just take your left elbow to the floor on that left side. Breathing in, folded arms come back to the body. Breathing out, right elbow moves to the right side. Breathing in, arms come back to the body. Just let your head and neck roll with that movement. Just waking up the body a little bit more. And then as the arms come back to the body this time, reach the folded arms overhead again, just as far as you can go comfortably. Exhale, arms come back to the body, and again, inhale as you reach the arms overhead. Exhale as the folded arms come back. Just do that once more. Coming back. And then from there, just draw the knees in. Going to bring the palms over the knees, take a little rock from side to side. So you can either stay the side to side rock. So just bring your hands to the backs of your thighs now. You could take your full spinal rock if you prefer. Still do a few of those. That's lovely. So coming back up whenever you're ready. And so as you come up now, so we'll come into a standing position. Coming up into standing. And then so as you come into standing, 2 feet a comfortable distance apart. I'll take some little micro movements now. So just keeping the feet nicely planted on the ground. And so we try not to lift the toes or the heels, just do a little rock. So forwards and back. So you're nicely grounded through the feet. That's good. Yes. Try to have the pelvis in quite a neutral position. So if the pelvis was a bowl of water, we'd just be thinking about keeping the water inside that bowl. And then if we come back center, just take that little sway from side to side now. Again, it's quite a micro movement. Again, try not to lift feet at all. So you get that really lovely grounding through the feet nicely. That's good. And then so from there we can just take that around in a circle. Again, it's quite a small movement. Try not to lift any part of the foot, the toes, or the heel, or the sides of the feet. Just moving around the circle. And then let's take the circles the other way. Little micro movement. Oh, that's lovely. Coming back around to center. Again, just have the feet comfortable distance apart. And lift up through the right arm. And as the shoulder lifts up, just draw the shoulder back. So as you draw the shoulder back in, you've got a little bend through that right arm, so it's not completely straight. And then take your side bend over to the left. Just let that left arm hang, relax the head, relax the neck. We're going to come back up. And again, just go in the same direction. So exhale left. And then come back up. So just getting in some nice relaxed lateral stretches. So opening up that right side. Relaxing left arm, left side of the neck. And then release. Relax that right arm. And then if you lift up through left arm, and again, just plug the shoulder in once again, soft bend through left arm, and then gently take that side bend over to the right. And again, just try to relax the head, relax the right arm, relax the jaw. Just coming back up. And then release. And then from there, we're going to come into just gently roll down into your forward bend. So if your back is sore, just bend the knees a little bit more. You're rolling down. And then rolling back up, all the way back up. And then you can take your hands to your lower back, just easing into your back band. Coming back up now, just roll the shoulders a little. And again, we're going to do a little roll down. Take your time, easing into Uttanasana, the forward bend. And then to come out again, we're going to engage. As you come up, just take a little interlace of the fingers. Then draw the arms long, so the shoulder blades together at the back of the body. And then as you release, roll the shoulders again. That's lovely. And then from there, so the feet can be a little bit wider. And then we're just reaching to either side. So again, we're getting a nice side stretch. You can just lift up onto the toe. So just find it a nice free stretch. You're not overstretching, just get a little bit of movement through the body here. It should feel nice. Stretch. And then we'll do one more to each side. Going back to center now. Lovely. And then from there, so let's come down onto our mat. Maybe have a drink as you come down. And then so come into, whenever you're ready, just come into your box position. So we'll come into cat on all fours. And then from here, so just stretching, right leg behind you, take your toes under, stretch back through the heels. You get a nice calf stretch there. Starting to engage your core. Going to reach, so reach your right arm forwards, and then just do a low lift through the arm and through the leg. And then we're going to tap back down, and again, low lift. Keep the core engaged. Down, low lift, and tap, and lift. And just do one more on this side, lifting. This time coming back to the all fours. Let's take that over to the other side now. So we're going to stretch left leg behind, toes under, stretch back through the heel till you feel that half stretch. Engagement of the core. And we're going to reach right arm forward this time, and then low lift through the right arm, left leg, and then touching down. Core on. So you're not lifting too high, try to keep the shoulders level, try to keep the pelvis level as you do that. Lifting, lowering, lifting, and lowering. Come back to the all fours. We're going to sit back towards the heel now. So find your stretch calves, opposite child position. Just dropping and sinking there. Good. And then from there, if you lift up now, so come back to the all fours. And then either come into your cat stretches, or we can come into downward facing dog now. So if you're coming into dog pose, let's tuck the toes under and sit back towards the heels, lift the knees. Take your tailbone up towards the sky. Bring your head between your arms. And take your feet first a little bit wider. And then as you bring your head between your arms, just drop the chest back towards the thighs.
At the same time, keep the sit bones lifting up. So tailbones lifting, you're creating that triangular shape through the body, and then let's pedal out. If you're in downward facing dog, let's stretch out through the leg. Again, a little pedaling action, just take your time, feel the stretch. And then from downward facing dog, so breathing, and we're going to bring the head forward, breathing out, just drop the knees down, take the toes out. And then so from there, so we'll come back around into our seat. So you might want to sit onto your cushion, onto your block now. And then so from there, just stretching the legs out in front. So going to take the legs wider, not as wide as I'll go physically. And then sitting up a little bit taller. And then we'll reach the right hand just to the outer edge of your left foot, left arm, and reach behind, if that feels okay. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take left hand to the outside of your right foot, going back to center. If you prefer, if you don't want to take that, the other arm behind, you can just touch down on the floor with the other hand. You can make it a little bit more dynamic, stretching the opposite arm behind you. Just keep that going. So this is a really nice one. So if you're feeling a bit stiff, this can really help. So if you do a higher number of repetitions, it can really help to ease out that stiffness that you might be feeling. If you have to sit still for a longer period. So you can feel that stretching out through the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. It works into the mid-back really nicely, this one as well. So that's the stiffer part of the back, the thoracic spine. Do one more to each side now. So we just come in back. The legs back together now. And then from there, come a little bit further forwards. And then if you bend your knees, and then from there, so you can bring your hands to the backs of your thighs, just roll back. And then come back up. So you're rolling down. So the back of the pelvis will come onto your block or your cushion, or you might want to take the block out. And then you could reach forward with the arms if you want to. So you're getting that core engagement. That's lovely. We'll do one more of those. Coming back up. And then still from that bent knee position. So bring the knees together, bring the feet together. Take your right hand to the outer left thigh. Reach your left hand behind you. So coming into rotation. And then exhale. So twist from the belly. Keep the spine lengthened. Then turn your head to look to the side. Look over your left shoulders. Being mindful you don't overstretch your neck. So coming into a nice rotation. And then unraveling, coming back around to center. Do that to the other side. Left hand to right thigh, right hand reaches behind you. Exhale, twist from the belly. Either to gaze to the side or to look over that right shoulder. Yeah, just sitting up nice and tall. breathing here. And then unraveling, coming back around. We'll do that once more to each side. So breathing here. So try not to lean back. We're going to try to keep the spine lengthened. And then inhale to unravel. Let's do that once more. Let's do the other sides now. And lifting up through the crown. Breathing here. And then unraveling, coming around. And then third. So you can let the knees roll out to the sides. You can be on your block or you can be off your block or cushion. Coming into, so seated Baddha Konasana. You can bring the feet out a little bit more so you've got nice between your heels and your pelvis. And then from there, so you can hold on to the feet and just hinge forward from the hips. So you're coming forward, so your spine is more diagonal, but we're not rounding into the shape. Just keep lengthening through your spine. Slipping. Just relax the belly, relax the face. And then coming back up. So we'll bring the knees together. Just give the knees a little squeeze there. And then from there, so you can either keep a bend through the knees or you can start to straighten up through the legs. Just hinge forward from the hips, going to slide the hands down the legs towards the feet, towards the ankles. Inhale as you come back up. And again, just repeating. So we're realigning the spine, coming into a gentle forward fold, and the knees as much as you need to. And we'll do that once more. And then coming up. Nice. Then from there, so again, just take a little drink if you'd like to. So we're going to come down onto the floor again. So again, this week actually, it is quite a floor-based practice, or quite close to the floor, a lot of it. And then just come down. We'll come down into semi-supine. So finding that semi-supine position. And then so from here, so if you draw the knees in, so put the knees back towards you. And then so you can bring the legs into a right angle. Now what we want to do is really anchor the lower back into the mat. So draw the navel back towards the spine. If your lumbar curve is quite exaggerated anyway, or if it's uncomfortable having the legs in a right angle, you can bring the thighs a little bit closer to you. And that will help the spine to ground a little bit more. So whichever way works for you. And then so you can just bring the arms alongside the body. You're just going to alternate now. So stretching out through the right leg and then come back to that right angle and then stretch out through the left leg. Come back to the right angle. Keep the core on, the core engaged. So the higher the leg, the gentler it's going to be for you. So don't take the legs too low as you alternate these stretches. Easing out with the breath, inhaling and exhaling. And then this time, so if you want to, you can take an opposite arm, opposite leg movement. And just take your time. Or you can just save the leg stretches if you prefer. Do one more on each side. And then this time, so as you release, just bring soles of the feet to the floor. Close your eyes, focus on your abdominal breath. Just take a moment, notice how you feel there. And so from there, so if you just hug your right knee in towards you, so hug the thigh closer towards you. You're going to stretch that right leg to vertical now. Interlace the fingers to the back of your right thigh. And just stretch a little bit more through that right leg. So you might flex the foot. You might bring that leg a little bit closer to you. So just see how that feels. Just breathing into the stretch. And then going to bend the right knee. Just release the hands. Bring the sole of the foot back to the floor. We're going to draw that left knee in, hug the left knee back towards you. Just stretch the left leg to vertical now. Take a little interlace of the fingers to the back of your left thigh. And then stretch through that left leg. So we try to find a straight leg if you can. And then you might flex your foot, you might bring that leg a little bit closer to you. So see how that feels. It might be okay. It might be very tight. So just go gently if that's okay. And then from there, just bending the knee, release the hands, come back to semi-supine. So just preparing for our shoulder bridge now. So engaging the feet, lifting up through the hips. Just find that diagonal line through. Exhale. As you peel back down through the vertebrae. So again, engaging the feet, feel up into your bridge. Relax the lower back, feel the work through the legs, through the feet, through the glutes. Exhale as you peel back down. Let's just repeat those movements now. This time as you lift up, so we take the arms overhead as an option. Peel back down through the vertebra. Bring the arms back alongside the body. And again, inhale, lift. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, peel back down. Release the arms. Let's do that once more with or without the arm movements. And gently release. Lovely. And so from there, so if you draw your right knee in now, we're just going to alternate. So as you draw the right knee in, you're going to extend through that left leg. And then, so it's that leg pull action. You're just going to alternate from side to side. So as you draw one knee in, you're extending the other leg. Just alternating. That's good. Take that from side to side. The core nicely engaged. And we'll do one more to each side. Draw the knees in and stretch both legs to vertical. Now, just bring your hands to the backs of your thighs. You can push your thighs into your hands, tuck the chin a little, and then bend the knees. Come back to semi-supine like that. And then so from there, so option to bring the arms into cactus. Alternatively, so we're going to take a twist from here. Alternatively, you could have the arms alongside the body, maybe rolled away from the body a little. And then if you bring your feet together, bring your knees together. As you exhale, just let your knees roll over to the left. You might bring some padding between the thighs. You might roll your head up towards the right. Nice, spacious breath. So think about your diaphragmatic breathing here. As you breathe out, just see if you can sink down a little bit more into your mat. Notice where you feel the stretch, taking the breath and your awareness into that now. And then breathing in, bring the head back to center, bring the knees back to center. Decide whether you're going to have your arms into cactus or if you want the arms to be a little bit lower. And then as you exhale, this time you're going to roll the knees up to the right, like roll your head off to the left, and just see how that twist feels on this side. So coming again into our rotation. Just breathing here. So release any tension with your out breath. And then on the inhale again, we're going to bring the head back to center. We can bring the knees back to center. You can release the arms now. And then from there, so we're going to now, we'll come over onto our left side. So take a little bit of time to pat up perhaps a little bit more if you want a little bit more patting through that left side. Gonna lie down. You can support yourself, so you can bend left elbow, just rest the head onto the hand. And then your right hand is just in front of the chest. So the legs are long and extended. And then from there, if you can, hover the legs above the mat. If you can't, then rest them down. And I'm just going to do, so just a low lift and release with that right leg. So exhale to lift, inhale as you lower. Try to keep the legs hovering as you do that. If you can't, though, rest them down. So you feel that through the hip, inner thigh, outer thigh, working into, feel that working into the glute minimus. That's that. So just building up a little bit of strength here. We're just going to fatigue the hip a little bit. Doing a few more repetitions. You should just start to feel it a little bit, but that's how we can build up a bit more strength. Might get a little bit of a shake as well. It's all good, it's all fine. Just get a little bit more fatigued. And then just rest the legs down. And then if you bend the knee, and then hold on to your right foot with your right hand and just draw the heel back towards the buttocks again, that nice stretch. Just breathing into that stretch there. Just take a little bit of care with the knee, so just make sure you're not overly pulling on that right knee. You might sometimes have to take the knee a little bit higher. Eventually you'll be able to bring it a bit lower, but just see how that works out for you. So we're breathing here. Nice. And then as you release, so we've got that bent knee, leg stacked position. We're going to lift up. So we're coming into side sitting. So you're lifting up through the upper body. So the lower legs are curled around to the right. And then just bring your left knee a little bit further over to the left. So you come into that mermaid position. And then from there, just extend your right leg long. So you can release your right leg, extend your right leg long. So coming into the position, so it's like seated, Janu Shirshasana. And then sitting up tall, just slide your right hand down your right leg. You can put your left hand into the lower back, just draw that left shoulder back. You're breathing there. So you might stay there, you might bring that left arm overhead. So just see what feels okay. So you might just want to stay with that tuck of the hands into the lower back. It's lovely. And then release that left hand in front of you. We're going to come into our upright position again. And then from there, take that transition. We're going to come over onto our right side now. So come over onto your right side. We'll do exactly the same. So as you lie down now, you can just rest. So just pat up your right hip if you need to, bend your right elbow, rest the head onto the hand. Left hand can come in front of the chest. We're going to extend the legs long. So setting ourselves up on the other side now. And then from there, if you can, hover the legs just above the ground. If not, rest them down. Let's do a little lift and lower. So exhale, lift, lifting up through your left leg this time. Inhale as you release. Exhale, lift. Inhale to release. And just see how that feels on this side. So that left hand in front of your chest will just steady the position. How does that feel on that side? So you're not lifting very high. You can feel that again. Looking into the hip, inner thigh, outer thigh, glute medius, maybe into the obliques. Okay, I'm just going to fatigue the hip a little bit. Just making it a little bit tighter, just to strengthen a little bit more without overdoing it. Let's do one more. And then release down. Let the legs relax. You can bend the knees now. Take hold of your left foot with your left hand. Just draw the heel back towards the buttock. Find that nice stretch. Again, knee might be higher. See how it feels on that side. That's good. Breathing in. And then this time, as you release again, so knees are bent, legs are stacked. Again, we'll lift up. So we're going to come into side sitting, lifting up through the upper body. Just slide your right knee a little bit further over to the right. So you're going around into that mermaid position. And then from there, just extend left leg long. So your right foot is just to the inside of your extended left leg. You're kind of sitting into the center of that V shape. And then just slide the left hand down the left leg. Relax the head, relax the neck. You can start right hand into the lower back. See how that feels. Might be enough there. You might bring that right arm overhead. So a bit more of a stretch, breathing here. Make sure you don't overstretch, particularly if you're taking that arm overhead. And then from there, we're going to release. Come back around into your upright position. And then from there, so if you bring both soles of the feet together now, sitting up a little bit taller. See how that feels as we come into this pose for the second time. And again, so just make sure you've got a nice space between your heels and your pelvis. You can always bring the feet out a little bit more. And then you might want to hold on to the feet, just pinch forwards again. So Again, think about the spine being long and diagonal. So keep the chest lifted, keep the gaze lifted. So of course, as soon as we drop the head, you're starting to round through the lower back. Not that there's no reason why you shouldn't round through the lower back, but we do sometimes tend to do it more than it's good for the lower back. So sometimes it's nicer to balance off and keep the spine a little bit more lengthened. That's good. And then from there, we're going to come back up again, just bring the knees together, bring the thighs together. Let's take that little squeeze there. Lovely. And then release. And then from there, so we're going to come over onto our belly. And so you might want to just have a drink before we come onto our tummy. So we come onto our fronts now. Keep that nice space between the legs. I'm going to bring the arms into two right nipples now. And then from there, just tuck your chin. And then inhale, glide the nose forwards. Exhale, a low lift. So lifting up into cobra. Breathing in. Exhale as you come back. Again, tuck the chin. Inhale, slide the nose forwards. Exhale, mini lift. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, lowering back down. Just repeating. Just take your time. Just lift to a height that feels comfortable. Make sure there's no jamming in the lower back. And then so this time, as you dip down, just slide the hands alongside the chest. Check through the palms, dipping back towards the heel. And then if you come back up into your all fours, so your box position, and then bring the hands wider so you can just come outside of the mat now. And at the same time, we're going to bring the knees together, bring the thighs together. You do a little dip. So if you bend the elbows, dipping down, inhale, as you lift back up. Just dipping down, pressing up. So box press up stretches. So just strengthening, working into the shoulders. And of course, whatever is going on in the shoulders can have an impact on the back, the lower back. Do one more of those. And then just sit towards the heels, bring the hands back onto the mat, just dropping down. Again, come into your stretch cat or posted child position. Knees either together or wider. And then from there, so just walk your hands around to the left. So you're just draping your upper body over your left thigh. And as you do that, can you just drop your
your left shoulder a little bit more. And as you drop your left shoulder, can you drop your left ear towards the shoulder? And as you do that, can you just part the lips a little? So relaxing the jaw. So we're softening through the head, the neck, the jaw, the shoulder. Breathing here. Really allow the exhale to lengthen. As you do that, just see if you can dip down a little bit more on that left side. Just releasing, relaxing that left side a little bit more. And then from there, slowly lift the head back to center. We're going to walk the hands back through center. Walk the hands over towards the right, draping the upper body over the right thigh. And then from there, just drop your right shoulder a little bit more. And as you drop your right shoulder a little bit more, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. As you do that, relax the shoulder, relax the neck, relax the jaw, just part the mouth a little, part the lips a little. And as you exhale, just lengthen the exhale. And just soften through the right shoulder, soften through the right neck, through the head, through the whole of the jaw. Breathing here. And then from there, slowly bring the head back to center. Walk the hands back to center. Come back to that stretched out opposite toe position. Just dropping down, sinking down, lengthening, spine lengthening, lower back release. And then from there, just slowly lift the head. And then we'll walk the hands back towards the knee. And then again, maybe have a drink. And then we're going to come back down. So we'll come onto our backs once again. And down onto our backs. Take your time. And we come back to semi-supine. Take some nice big breaths into your belly. So what we're going to do next, so we're going to draw the knees in towards the chest. We're going to lift and lower the hips and the pelvis from the floor. Okay, so you'll feel it working your abdomen, your abdominal muscles. It works on the pelvic floor, and in turn it works the bladder. So it's really good for us. But if you're finding this too strenuous, please start when coming to a pelvic tilt. So that could be your alternative, or maybe just take a little rest. So to do this one, we're going to draw the knees in. So draw the thighs towards the body. So knees are coming in towards the chest. And then from there, so push your palms into your mat. And then on the exhale, we're going to lift the hips and the pelvis. So you're lifting and lowering. So lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. So you'll find it easier. You get a little bit of momentum going with this. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit further, go slowly. So hold,
and then release in a more controlled way. If you can't, that's fine. Or if you want to do it, just gathering that momentum, or if you want to take the gentler pelvic tilt option, yogi's choice. See how that feels. So it's quite a strenuous one. Do one more of those. And then come back to bend the knees. And then bring the soles of the feet to the floor. So take some nice big breaths into the belly. You're going to open up this whole area now. Just grab your block. Come into our shoulder bridge. We're going to bring the block between the thighs. So block between the thighs. And then from there, engage your feet, just peel up. So lift up with your exhale, squeeze. Squeezing the thighs into the block. You can feel that working into buttocks, into the glutes. And then inhale as you gently release. So lift and squeeze. Inhale, gently release. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, release. Do that once more. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, gently release. Close your eyes for a moment. Nice, big breaths into the belly. Just take a nice big full body stretch now. So we'll take a nice big full body stretch. And then from there, so we're going to come back up now. We'll come back up into seated. Come up in any way that works for you. You can rock up or you can roll to your side and come back up. Again, have a drink if you'd like to. And then let's come back around. Let's come into a comfortable feet. Use your block if you've got your block there. Sitting up a little bit taller. And then if you touch down that right side with the right hand, and then just bring that left arm overhead. As you do so, just relax the head, relax the neck, relax the jaw. Breathing along that left side, soften through your right elbow. And then come back up. And then stretch your left arm away from you. And then take your right ear towards your right shoulder. So you can just bring that left arm back a little. Down, be careful with the neck. Just breathing here, so you get a little bit more stretch through left side of the neck. And then just bring your right hand to the side of the head. You can bring the head back up. Just relax that left arm down. Lovely. And then from there, so touching down on the left side with the left hand, lifting up through that right arm, and take your side bend, so stretching out through that right side body, softened through the left elbow. Just let head and neck relax a little bit more, let the jaw relax. And slowly release that right hand. We're going to come back up. stretch away through that right hand. Take the right arm back a little bit. Exhale, drop left ear towards the left shoulder. Just find that optimal position for the arms so you find your optimal stretch there. Just breathing here, making sure, as always, that you don't overstretch. And then bring left hand to left side of the head and bring the head back up. Just relax that right arm down. I'm going to roll the shoulders a little. Rolling the shoulders. And then from there, so as you release now, come back to the all fours. You're going to come back to all fours position. And then as you come to all fours, just put the toes under. Engage your core, just cover your knees above the mat. Just take that little proper. And then release the toes. And again, tuck the toes under. Engage the core, take that little proper, just then lift the knees. And then release back down, release the toes. From there, we're going to come into a nice cat stretch. So breathing in, lift the tailbone through the back, lift the chest. Breathing out, drop the tailbone down, out to the back, up, chin to chest. Just breathing out along the spine now, breathing in. Breathing out. So then just continuing with your stretches. Either continuing with your stretches now, we can come back to center. You can take right foot forward, so the right foot is wide, side of your right hand. You might come up onto fingertips, or you might have blocks underneath your hands. Just easing into the hip now. And then from there, so you can make a soft fist with your right hand. If you're drawing your bow, draw your right elbow up towards the ceiling. And then option to fully extend that right arm. So coming into a little bit of rotation here. Breathing in. And then gently releasing, coming back. Come back to the all fours, or alternatively, you can continue with your cat stretches. You can take that to the other side, either come up onto fingertips or onto your blocks. Step your left foot forward, so left foot is wide, so left foot is outside of the left hand. You might bend that left knee a little bit more. And then from there, make a soft fist with your left hand, draw your bow, elbow towards the ceiling. Option to fully extend through the left arm. Find that nice big stretch. That's nice. And then bend the elbow. We're going to come back to the all fours. Finding your cat stretch. You're going to realign the spine here. And then inhale to neutral spine. Exhale, step back towards the heel. Stretch out to opposite jaw position. Dropping and sinking down. And then just start to lift the head. We're going to walk the hands back towards the knees. And then thinking about the final relaxation. So just take your time now. Gathering whatever you need once again. Resting back.
taking advantage of this time in the season, this time in the moon cycle, so that the moon is still very bright. So we have this extra light, this extra energy. So it does call us, doesn't it? Sometimes it pulls us up, it makes us more energetic, perhaps. So it's a potential gateway to meet ourselves again, just as part of nature. Because of course we are nature, we are the planet, we are Earth. And as we open our energy bodies to vast intelligence of this planet, knowing that we're not limited, and just take your time. So find a way to be comfortable. And take a really deep breath now. And just breathe out whatever's ready to go. Tension, stress, whatever it is. And then breathing in the natural pulse of the world. Breathing out any tiredness. Breathing in the vibrancy of nature. Trees, the flowers, the sky. Breathing out any sluggishness. And as you breathe in, feel it through the whole surface of your body, light of nature. And all of you porous to light, to colour, and breathe that in. And as you breathe this natural expression of aliveness from the outside to the inside of your being, just notice any areas of tension in your body. Breathing light through your skin into your whole body. Increasing awareness of any stuckness or tension. Exhaling to soften. Release these barriers. And as you breathe, tune into the light. And it might be for you, it might be sunlight, it might be moonlight. It's whatever your body wants. Breathing it in through the top of your head. Drawing it down through your face, your cheekbones, your tongue, your ears, your jaw. And allow everything to soften. Really letting the light in. And your cells opening like flowers to receive the sunlight or the moonlight. With every breath, let that light draw in further to your throat, to your shoulders, bathing you with gold or silver light, or maybe both. So living light pouring into the tops of your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, fingers, palms, glowing, relaxing, opening, softening, receiving light, chest, the sternum, the shoulders, letting this light in, your belly softening, filling your pelvis, your hips, your buttocks. Relax and soften and drop. And breathe deeply that gold or silver down into your thighs, the backs of your knees, your calves, your ankles, your feet, your toes. And this body gathered from stardust, not limited by the surface of your skin, consciousness and sensation, breath and flow. With every breath, falling in the light through every surface of your body, in through the top of your head. Your energy is limitless. And then take your attention down So embodying earth, so solidity and strength. And feel from the lower part of your body, your own living root system. Soil, the rock, underground waters, lakes. And notice there's no edge down here. And you can expand in all directions below the surface of the earth. And let your edges soften. Let your edges soften still further to fully embody earth, to merge with earth. All of this depth, this strength being received by you. And let this flow through your entire body. As your body is deeply rooted, let your consciousness rise up. Let your consciousness rise up a little. So moving towards the surface now. And discover the landscape that you are. And just notice what is here. That is you. Forest floor or meadow, a watery place, a green place. Are you high up? Are you low down? How is your body above the ground presenting itself to you? And if there are no visuals, just follow the sensations. Whatever your landscape is, it's connected to every other landscape. It's all you. Every bit is you. You are earth, and all of this intelligence is available to you. And stay fully in the presence of your landscape above and below, rooted, and yet at the same time receiving the light, embodying the depth of your roots, held strongly, merging with the strength of the rocks, the roots, to know power that provides a sense of belonging so strong that any doubts dwindle, any insecurities fade away. And really knowing and trusting that you are enough, rich, abundant, connected, at home. You are support and supported. Deep roots, keeping us clear-sighted, humble and strong. And let the trees bathe your breath. Let the meadows embrace you. Let the mountains and the bees remind you. Let the sky flood in and allow the clouds to guide you. Let your undoing be as total as your becoming is beautiful. And when the living world has climbed inside enough for you to feel 4 legs, scales and wings, may you finally know yourself alive as all things, indivisible, responsible, reborn into wholeness, natural, sacred, and wild. Just continue to be present to the breath and all it is in this moment. The mind wanders, just bring it back again and again with patience, with time. So as we think about drawing this practice towards the close now, just bringing a little bit of movement through your hands, through your feet, through your fingers, through your toes. Okay. So any of the movements or stretches now that your body needs. Once you've moved and you've stretched a little, so just thinking about rolling over onto one side now. So coming into a nice fetal position, just for the last few moments of relaxation.